gangbusters right before I got there, of course. AI is blowing everything to pieces. College. And maybe not. Maybe you have no ambitions. What's up, champ? This is Ryan, and jump scare, I shaved my head. I have not made a video in a while. It's like the most classic YouTube video there is, right? Sorry I haven't posted in a minute, but I feel like I have a pretty good reason. Basically, I have worked every single day for 140 days in a row. I did the math last night, or I had Siri do the math really, but 140 days in a row I have worked. And in fact, most of those days I worked 2 jobs. Like quite literally, I'm not talking about weeknights. I have not had a single day off. I worked every weekend, every weeknight. And then a lot of days I'd work my full-time job, the FTJ, and then my PTJ, the part-time job afterwards. So like, for example, Wednesday I worked, from 9 to 5 and then from 5 to 10:30. So and the only time I've had off, in fact, I think the one day I had off was my grandma's funeral. And other than that, the only time I've had off even was, night times where I'd be taking care of the dogs, or going to see my grandmother in the hospital while her health is deteriorating. So it has just been absolutely insane. And now, on top of all of it, the FTJ basically told they overhired, and in fact they weren't even going to hire anyone more when they interviewed me, but they said they truly got verification from multiple levels that they were going to stop hiring because things were slowing down. It had been gangbusters right before I got there, of course, and then the minute that I got hired, everything went to shit, of course, and like the whole marketing funnel and everything, all of it just went bad, and they ran into some serious structural issues. And they said that they overhired, and they weren't going to hire me, but then everybody loved me so much, including the CEO, who gave me his big thumbs up of approval, and they were very impressed with me and everything, and so they hired me, and yeah, everything has been in free fall. But of course, I have found a way. I have truly crawled and scraped, and as always found a way to make myself hyper relevant and, at least for the moment, irreplaceable. While a lot of people are being fired, I have a special project that I'm working on that takes advantage of all of my skills and my creativity and my previous experience. And I have basically a week, I have 5 weeks, including the holidays, by the way, because it is now November 21st. So I have till the end of the year to basically prove that my little project can work. So that'll be fun. But the thing is that honestly, I mean, in the last few months, I feel like I've really, a lot has happened, and I've really come into a whole new level once again, as it seems it's always necessary to come into a whole new level. And essentially, I feel like even if I were to get fired, not fired, but they literally sent me a letter today saying, we want to emphasize how much we really blah 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 love you and whatever. And I'm not the only one. There's a handful. Everybody else that got hired around the same time as me, but they said that assuming that everything goes well, and we totally expect that it will, that whatever, great, I'll milk that, I'll work, I'll make it happen. But even if it doesn't happen, even if I end up without the FTJ by the time the January 1st rolls around, I feel like I am really put myself in a position to finally make the big jump that I need to make to finally realize the goal that I set out for myself roughly 15 years ago, and have been derailed many times for many different reasons, which I'm okay with at this point. I actually feel really satisfied with the way that for the most part, with the way that I have spent the last 15 or so years ever since college. But in essence, I've set myself up to finally make that jump. I feel like I can really see the vision now. I can really see how it could work and how I could achieve that goal of being able to work for myself and work from anywhere, and even beyond that, to create recurring revenue for myself. I mean, I think this is like the the AI is blowing everything to pieces, but the one good thing is that it's creating this little micro SaaS revolution where, you know, I think the people that can run one-person businesses is going to continue to go up, and I think I'm going to be one of those people very, very soon, whether I keep the FTJ or not. Thankfully, I have the PTJ to keep my income steady, basically, assuming that that doesn't blow up, but of course that probably will, just given, you know, history. So I wanted to at least acknowledge the fact that it's been a long time. I actually did make some videos while I was in Colombia, at my cousin's place down in Colombia, in Medellin. But I haven't edited them yet because I truly have barely had any time that was not, again, related to either working full-time job, FTJ, working part-time job, PTJ, or taking care of family-related things such as, and including the Iraq and not limited to my grandmother's hospitalization and funeral. So I think the ultimate, the message really is that, you know, if you stay, like, that there's something that's probably calling to you, and maybe not, maybe you have no ambitions. Woo! Now the dogs are going. Woo! But point is that listen to that thing that's calling, listen to it, and don't stop looking for the opportunity to make it happen. Obviously, there's a lot more that can be said there, but for the moment, with that in mind, I'm going to continue to play like a champion so I can sleep like a baby, and I hope the same for you.